Muy buenas a todos amigos y amigas, ¿cómo están de hoy? Espero que muy bien. Nos encontramos hoy en el comienzo de una nueva aventura. Nos encontramos en la secuela de Metal Gear Solid 1. Estamos en Metal Gear Solid 2 Subsistence o Metal Gear Solid 2 Son of Liberty. Esta es la versión extendida, la Subsistence, que es la versión un poco más completa. Y bueno, vamos a ver qué tal lo hacemos el día de hoy. Voy a completar este juego al 100%, como he hecho con la versión de Metal Gear Solid 1. Y bien, antes de comenzar quiero dejarle claro más o menos cómo haremos este juego al 100%. En primer lugar lo jugaré un poco más tranquilo para que vivan la historia, la aventura. Luego jugaremos en modo difícil para ir un poco más tranqui. Me encargaré de mostrarles cómo conseguir varios de los logros del juego. También mostraré la ubicación de cada una de las armas y cada uno de los ítems que podemos conseguir en el juego. No voy a juntar las dog tags o las placas de identificación de los soldados ahora mismo, porque si no sería demasiado largo esta partida. Haré un vídeo aparte mostrando cómo conseguir cada una de las dog tags de cada uno de los soldados. Eso será para un vídeo por separado, para que lo vean de forma más directa. Si no tendría demasiadas interrupciones el gameplay y sería mucho más pausado el vivir la historia. Siento que lo cortaría, así que eso lo haré de forma aparte. Bueno, también luego subiré más de vídeos del contenido extra que tiene el juego, del VR Mission y demás, que tiene bastante contenido extra, así que bueno. También claro que luego por supuesto haré una partida en rango Big Boss explicando un poco cómo hacerlo, la forma fácil de enfrentar a cada jefe, cómo conseguirlo. Vamos a comenzar. Como dije ahora más que nada un poco más de tranqui. Radar tipo 2 en Zona Liberty, el radar no aparece durante la versión de intrusión. Cuando el enemigo te descubre, el juego no se terminará. O sea, si con esto se termina el juego si te descubren. Esto puede llegar a ser útil si querés, no sé, pasarlo a un arco Big Boss. Lo ponemos así, normal, no pasa nada si me descubren. De hecho, si me descubren o si mato a alguien no pasa nada. Solamente mate a varias gente, porque no lo voy a hacer sin matar en esta partida. Esta historia es pura ficción. Cualquier similitud con personajes, grupos u otras entidades es mera coincidencia.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses had been out in the cold too long.
He's right on schedule. He'll know soon enough.
Metal Gear Solid 2 Son of Liberty.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. It's their game. Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS-74U. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. Ka-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the Ka-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Y bueno, luego de esta gran cinemática comenzamos la aventura. Bueno, primero quiero mostrar un poco por encima el tema de los controles. Tenemos, bueno, la posibilidad de seleccionar un arma principal o un arma secundaria. Tendría que ser L2, que es LT. Igual que antes, puedes seleccionar el inventario de como cosas secundarias, y con R2 puedes elegir el arma principal, ¿no? Con lo que vendría a ser LB, tenemos una forma de apuntado automático, aunque bueno, ahora mismo no se ve. Pero bueno, puedes apuntar automáticamente, y para lo que más sirve realmente es, si lo mantienes pulsado mientras apuntas, te puedes mover. Esto es algo bastante útil para disparar mientras te mueves. Si no, se queda quieto. Si pulso L1, me muevo mientras estoy apuntando, ¿no? Cuando deja de apuntar, dispara, ¿no? Con, bueno, círculo golpeas, cuadrado agarres o disparas, como en mi caso, acabo de presionar una bala, X-T3 al piso. Y ahora tenemos un nuevo movimiento que es este, que sirve para golpear enemigos también. Ir corriendo y pulsar X. Con triángulo ya no tenemos vista en primera persona, ahora es con R1. Tendrá que ser RB. Y si tenemos el arma puesta, podemos apuntar en primera persona. Si soltamos la vista en primera persona y bueno, luego guardamos el arma, ahorramos disparar. El triángulo también sirve para algunas acciones, como bueno, trepar, colgarse, abrir puertas y cosas así. Y bueno, ya con todo esto explicado, vamos a comenzar. Vamos por aquí. Otro triángulo aquí. Bueno, yo que estamos voy a mostrar algo. Por ejemplo, a este lo tranquilizamos, ¿no? Y yo lo podría dejar tranquilamente aquí, ¿no?
Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
Y básicamente con triángulo varias veces abrimos la puerta más rápido. Y por ejemplo, yo dormí a este. Y como dije, no me interesa si mato a alguien o no. Así que podemos hacer así. Ponerle. Venir por aquí. Y he ido al cuerpo. Igual que hicieron ellos con los soldados. Aquí hay narración. No viene mal. Y ahora vamos para adentro. Acá tenemos otra relación. Ahí tengo un póster. Acá hay balas en el de la derecha. Me gusta abrir todo por manía, pero realmente, bueno, acá está vale el otro. Está la ración. Uy, no me escuchó. Snake está resfriado, por eso acabo de estornudar y si hubiera estado cerca me hubiera descubierto.
Freeze.
Vamos a dormirlo. Y nos lo llevamos. Con esto tenemos el primer logro. No sé cómo lo he hecho tan lejos realmente, pero bueno, acá tenemos el logro. Que meter un soldado en... aquí. Aquí si nosotros nos ponemos en primera persona, miramos este póster. No estoy tan cerca, pero bueno. Usamos Select para abrir el codec y llamamos a Otacon.
What do you think you're doing, Snake? You don't have enough to keep you busy? Try to remember the mission if you can.
Acá tenemos otros logros por mirar el cartel ese. Por cierto, ya que estamos, voy a guardar la partida porque en Metal Gear Solid 1 cuando hice, bueno, la guía al 100%, no guardé demasiado la partida. Y me faltaron muchísimas charlas de mailing. Y ahora quiero guardar la partida más o menos seguido para que veamos las diferentes charlas que hay.
Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
Y bueno, acá tenemos a precisamente Otacon que se inventa las cosas y le da su propia interpretación. Acá tenemos otro logro. Si presionamos L1 cuando estamos aquí, pues Snake hace eso y bueno, tenemos otro logro más. Vamos a continuar. Y bueno, tenemos unos cuantos. Uno que cae. Con, por cierto, R2 y L2. Que es RT y LT. Podemos hacer que Snake mire para los costados. Ah, no, jolín. Quería que llamara por la radio así un logro más, pero no me salió. Este tiene dos raciones. Los soldados, si vos los agarrás y los soltás así, te suele dar cosas. Este en particular suelta sí o sí dos raciones. Esto es útil si estás jugando, por ejemplo, en modo extremo, que no hay prácticamente ítems de curación. Quería mostrarlo. Y también quería aprovechar ese logro, pero no me salió. No pasa nada si te descubren mientras no llamen a los compañeros, ¿no?
Freeze.
Así es como le sacas la chapa identificatoria a un guardia. Básicamente apuntándole así de frente y tal. Ya tenemos, por ejemplo, la chapa de este Kazuki Nishimura. Luego ya mostraré un video aparte de todas las chapas, pero ya estamos, quería mostrarle por lo menos una. Aparte es un logro que le saca la primera. Ahora ya que estoy... Vamos por aquí. Aquí hay un par de balas. Uno de los motivos por que jueguen difícil es que hay muchos ítems que en experto no aparecen, en extremo. Entonces por eso quería, bueno, como mostrarlo, ¿no? Y bueno, acá tenemos nuestra primera cámara. Pasamos así, contra la pared, y no nos detecta. Y acá tenemos otro arma que es la chaff. Bueno, por acá por aquí, está el camino cerrado. Lo vamos a pasar. Y ahí no hay nada. Bien. Acá por ejemplo, no sé, podemos llamar a Otacon a ver qué nos dice. Otra frase interesante.
Do you want to save, Snake?
Bueno, realmente no es procurar, pero bueno, vamos a ver tu frase, Otacon.
Okay. There's a saying that goes, even a bird on high dies a glutton's death, as do the fish of the deeps. The lesson is, don't be greedy. The fish that belonged to a family called the Deeps died from overfeeding, and so did a bird that got high on something, probably fermented fruit.
Okay, if you say so.
I do, Snake. Don't take unnecessary risks just because you're greedy for more items. Remember the Deep family's fish.
Me encantan las frases de Otacon ahí que se inventa ahí un refrán de él, a su manera. Jolín, qué mal que dice.
Freeze.
Tengo la manía de dejar de apuntar un segundo antes de...
Freeze. No. Please don't.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors.
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Lo que está por decir, que tengo una manía de dejar de apuntar al momento inadecuado. Acá hay una caja. Y balas.
It's the enemy. I need help. It's the enemy.
Esto quería hacer también, porque es un logro. Aquí tenemos esto. Con lo cual podemos pasar así.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
Y bueno, en este punto realmente aconsejo guardar. Hasta ahora solamente he guardado por el tema de las charlas con Otacon, pero ahora mismo sí aconsejo guardar en serio porque hay un combate contra un jefe y bueno, es fácil morir.
Another Chinese proverb. Those who look to the heavens prosper. Those who defy it are no more. Do you know this one? The meaning here is... hold on a sec. That you can only survive as long as you're a part of the natural order of things. You remember pre-ripped jeans? Manufacturers thought that just because people loved old, broken-in jeans, they would want to buy new jeans that looked old. So they purposefully...
What do jeans have to do with nature and order?
Denim should fray and rip on its own, naturally, right? Some designers tried to go against that and no one bought them. The earnings report from that fiscal year is enough of a proof.
Earnings?
Otacon se mete ahí un cambio a los refranes y se inventa algo ahí que... A ver, me encantan esas charlas.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm Control room, communications, and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans, so you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either.
Hay dos formas de hacer este combate. Una que es la rápida y otra la más segura. Voy un poco por la más segura. Corán ahí se puso a disparar para allá. Y piensa que estamos a la derecha.
With the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents.
Yo creo que como unos 4 diálogos o por ahí.
We've shared everything. All the...
Corán, ahí le pega un tiraco.
I have no one. Nothing except the unit. Nothing else matters to me.
Ni se enteró dónde estábamos. Pasé, ¿eh?
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Me gusta ese punto. Ahí tenés. ¡Ostras, me pegó! Pensé que no llegaba a pegarme, ¿eh? Quería perder la cabeza, pero bueno. ¿Con cuánto tiro a cabeza la derrotas? No importa la dificultad. Pasamos a la fase final del combate. Nos tiraré a la U. Ahí tenés. Me he pegado. Cuando tenemos vida naranja, si nos quedamos quietos así, logramos salud. Si no, no desangramos, básicamente. Como está disparando. Toda concentrada. Y la derrotamos. Me ha hecho más daño del necesario, pero bueno, tampoco está mal. Tenemos un dron que lo vio todo.
Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cypher.
A Marine Cypher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
EE?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Y bueno, tenemos nueva arma. Si querés la medalla de Olga, simplemente la agarrás, la tirás y obtenés su medalla. Aquí hay una ración, pero bueno, estamos llenos. No gastamos ninguna, de hecho. En los jefes, si vos agarras así, sueltan su chapa de identificación. Bueno, ya que estamos en la junta. Tenemos esa puertita. Pero si vamos por aquí, tenemos a un soldado.
Freeze.
Esta también le podría sacar la chapa de identificación si quisiera, ¿no? Y os tengo la manía esa de soltar antes de disparar. Y por eso fallo muchos disparos. Acá hay una caja, la caja húmeda, que sirve para estos entornos, de hecho. Y con esto son las dos cajas que podemos obtener en esta zona. Que también para un logro conseguir todas las cajas. Vamos a subir. Y subir. Y acá tenemos visión infrarroja. Para ver, bueno, los rayos infrarrojos, ¿no? No quería hacer eso. Le dicen que era a la izquierda y se bajó. Aunque bueno, también con los cigarrillos también se puede ver eso, ¿no? Y bueno, realmente podemos elegir qué puerta usar, ¿no? Es lo mismo. Ya tenemos bala para la UCP. Aunque no está silenciada. Automática 9 milímetros, pulsa botón X para apuntar y suéltala para disparar. Ronda de 15 secador.
This is the bridge, but it's not just a place where you steer the ship. In a modern tanker, navigational, engine control, communication, and all other major operational functions are consolidated in the bridge. The ship is autopiloted via a global positioning satellite system. This is a precision instrument we're talking about here, so it's probably best to leave it alone.
Bueno, quería que me dijera la arma, pero no me lo está diciendo, así que vamos a guardar partidas ya que estamos.
Time to save? Hey, Snake, what's hardest won, most easily lost? It's time, get it? Amazing how relevant these Chinese proverbs still are. Once the moment's gone, it's gone. Except for daylight savings time, of course. That extra hour to do anything you like with every autumn. Gotta love it. Then again, you lose an hour every spring, so I guess the proverbs are right. Wow, they thought of everything.
Did they even have daylight savings back then?
Of course not. They knew how to save time. We're the ones that need to be tricked into it.
Yeah, but you said...
The moment never returns, Snake. Let's not waste it on idle questions.
Okay.
Otacón es genial. Las cosas que se inventa él.